My name is Paul Simiyu from Kenya. I work with the G-BIACK. G-BIACK is Biointensiva Agriculture Center of Kenya. So I work with the G-BIACK as the center manager in G-BIACK. The main purpose of G-BIACK is to train and promote biointensive agriculture to small-scale farmers. And also in G-BIACK, we have 4 programs. We have 5 programs. We have food program. We have women and youth program. We have environmental conservation program. We have HIV/AIDS program, and also we have community resource program. So in food program, we ensure that we train the farmers around G-BIACK and out and far from G-BIACK, because we realize that people are doing agriculture, but in a way that which is not holistic to the environment. And G-BIACK realized that people were, because of the fluctuating weather or climate, people were not producing adequate food. Food was not sufficient. And most of the people, because the area was not receiving like enough rainfall, now people were relying on relief food. Due to that, we had starvation, like students who are dropping out of the school. Now G-BIACK decided to chip in and help people, to teach people the good ways of how to produce food. And this is by using biointensive agriculture techniques, how to improve the soil. And also, when they do that, we focus so much on soil fertility, how they can improve soil so that they can produce enough food, adequate food for the family when you use small area, because most of the people are small-scale farmers. So we focus so much on food. And also on women program, we realize that because we have problem of poverty in the area, so people are forced to, like students are forced to go out of the school. Now we decided, no, we have also to, because if you teach like a woman, you teach many people. So we realized, we decided to have women and youth program so that we bring women together. We have started a program whereby women and youth, they come there, they are trained in tailoring, designing, and beadwork. So after there, they can go out, they create what we call self-employment, or they can find jobs outside there to depend for themselves. So by doing that, we try to minimize the rate of poverty in the communities among the women and also to the youth. And we have environmental program, environmental conservation program, whereby, because you see, as you see now, people are using, the way people are using the techniques they are using, our environment is not so clean. So we have to teach or train our communities or our people the best ways of conserving our environment. Like, we have to use like the solar cookers. We have to use the stoves which use like they don't have to consume a lot of firewood, fireless cookers, so many techniques. And also we train people and young people, and all the communities around and those who are coming from far from G-BIACK on how to establish tree nurseries and plant trees for the environment. For that issue of HIV/AIDS, we train the communities or people the best way of nutrition, the best way of production, how to produce and balance the nutrition food, so that we say, because if the community is affected by HIV, it's not only the communities, it's entirely all of us have been affected. So we have to check on that. We have to train them on how to take good diet, how to produce good and healthy food. So by doing that, we work together with the hospitals, we work together with the schools, we work together with the entire community to ensure that they have good diet, so that the affected cannot feel like they don't have enough to eat, they don't have like a good diet for them. So we do that project, and also we practice what we call creating campaign awareness against the HIV/AIDS. We also have those programs, and we have community resource program whereby we have the community library, whereby the library is there with more than 2,000 books. So people can come there, they can make some research, informational researches, and as we know, like education is power. I chose agriculture because when I was young, I used to work with my grandfather and grandmom together, and we used to produce a lot to eat. When we were doing that, like the surrounding farmers, surrounding neighbors, they were not doing much for their family. So that some of them were struggling, but now after there, it came a time whereby the inputs came up, the price of the inputs was hiked up. So the problem came whereby the farmers now, and as inclusive, the problem came because we could not manage to afford the seeds. We could not manage to afford the chemical fertilizers, because by then we were using chemical fertilizers. So the price was up. But now also not only the price, even if by then you could have checked the lands, you could have seen the soil is so dry, not fertile. The produce was, now it reached a time the production went down. As much as we could use the fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, the production now started to decline. Then I asked myself, why is it that we are using a lot of chemical fertilizers, but the production still decline? Why? But now the problem of food shortages became to be realized. Now, when I was about to finish my high school education, I realized, no, I have to do also something. I would like to study agriculture so that I help my communities. When I was about to finish the school, some people were mentioning to me about organic agriculture, sustainable agriculture, but particularly it was Biointensiva agriculture. So I had a friend of mine who had studied Biointensiva agriculture. Then when I tried to reflect the way chemical fertilizers were doing and the way soil was behaving and the production decline, I realized, no, the best way to go is to go for sustainable agriculture, Biointensiva agriculture. Then immediately after school, I decided to take a career in Biointensiva agriculture, to undertake a course in Biointensiva agriculture. I would like to share knowledge with the people from different parts, because Biointensiva agriculture is not only in Kenya. Biointensiva agriculture is not only for Paul and his community or his country. It is globally. When we share the information, maybe I know some in global intensive, some things in global intensive. Maybe my neighbor or my neighbor doesn't have, they don't have any information, or they have little information about global intensive. So the best way I think to improve, if you have the information, you have to share with your neighbor.